I've been traveling to Afghanistan for more than 15 years now to make documentary for television and also radio, because I do a lot of radio. And I heard about him for a long time. And for some reason I didn't go and film him, or, I didn't have a project. And then one day I went there because I was, I didn't know what to do. And I went there, I met him. And because what I heard about him was funny or picturesque. And then when I started talking with him, and he told me the story of his childhood, how he fought to make films, how he was beaten up in order not to go and watch movies at the theaters. I thought, okay, this is not just a funny guy, a little Ed Wood in Kabul. There's more than that. There's a good story. And the story of a child who wants to make pictures, who wants to watch pictures. I would say filming a funny character and trying to make a comedy, to make something more light than what I used to do, is much more difficult. Violence, really hard stories in Afghanistan about girls being raped and warlords killing each other, Daesh, Taliban, all this. I should say it's not easy, but it's more accessible, and it's really very strong and powerful and emotional. Making a film about a subject that's more subtle, not subtle, but a little more light in appearance, requires more work, more hours of rushes. But it took quite a while to decide that I would be in the film. But then first I thought it could be useful for the viewer to identify a little bit. Second, I think laughing a little about myself is very important, and not to show that I'm a super war reporter. It's very true that I'm very scared in Afghanistan. I'm not making up anything. It's a very dangerous place, and I'm claustrophobic, and I'm scared about everything. So for some reason, I thought it would help, to make myself a little ridiculous, to have the viewer understand and be in empathy with the country and with the story. I think the Afghan audience likes so much his films because they give Afghan people an image. When you're a country at war for 40 years, you need an image of yourself. You need pictures that tells about your problems and that show people like you or even yourself. It's very interesting. Even bad image of Afghan people is better than nothing. He's at the same level. He's like Afghan people, and even they can laugh at him a little bit. So it's very nice. I think I've portrayed a guy who makes films much better than what they are. And some cinemas or festivals say, oh, we're going to show his films, we're going to make a retrospective. And I have to say, yeah. And one very funny thing he always says, when we have public presentation of the film, we did this, at the end, people are so happy to meet him, and they applaud. And they turn to me, he turns to me and say, please applaud this girl. It's her first film. You have to support her, She's been to Afghanistan, poor girl. I said, yes, I'm nobody, you're a big star. So he has no doubt about that.